to start with the postmortems because the timing is really, really steep. Just 10 minutes, everyone, and I just introduced now the next three speakers. The first one is Kevin Cerda, game designer at Beauty Fun Games and kind of CEO, quite interesting title. Next one is Shailesh Prabhu from Yellow Monkey, and then comes Yuri Stahl, who's not here, but I think he will come in a minute. So, yeah, looking forward to the postmortems, and there's no Q&A. There's no Q&A afterwards, so just really rushing through it. So.
All right. Greetings, everybody. I'm Kevin Cerda, and I'm indie. And I'm going to explain you today the postmortem of Nihilumbra. Well, sort of, because Nihilumbra is a game developed during 1 year and 3 months, and try to put that in 10 minutes of postmortem is just crazy. So I'll just shoot some random facts about why we did this game, and then I explain you a story about an awesome guy called the Shark Rider who used to ride on sharks. First of all, I'm going to show you a little bit of the game. It's being showcased there, but it's cool to begin the presentation with this. So you can see what's Nihilumbra. So basically it looks like a platformer game, but it has a really unique mechanic, which is that you can use colors to change the wall around you. Which means that the game is not about just walking and jumping around, but you have to use these colors to solve puzzles, deciding where to paint and which areas you want to affect. There's not only this blue slidey color, you can also use green, which makes surface bouncy. There's also red, which is hot and can burn stuff. Another use for blue. Brown is sticky, and yellow is an electric conductor, which is necessary to turn on some machines. So all these colors combined create a lot of different situations that the player must face, and they are really good material to create a lot of different puzzles. Here are some of the creepy monsters you can find on the game. They're all creepy and evil, and so. And now it comes the typical ending of every trailer with the crescendo part to make it more exciting and all that. So that's our game. It's available on the Apple Store right now, but we are working on the PC version as well. So this is the introduction. And now I'll explain you a little bit who we are and why we did this. We are from a small team, a small indie team in Barcelona. We were 5 persons doing this game. And the reason why we did this game is because we loved video games and we wanted to deliver something similar to the experience we felt like when we were a child and we played video games. So first of all, what went right about the game is that we made the original and different idea, and we created original and different aesthetics as well. So the whole game looks really unique compared with other things that you can see on the Apple Store. Of course, those were the causes, and there are also good consequences. We created an original gameplay idea, but we kept in mind that it was designed for a mobile interface. So we had to keep in mind always these singularities, these peculiarities that you can find there, like, for example, that people used to have short gameplay sessions, like 5 minutes, but we split the game in short levels to fit with that. So we were logical, because we were designing a game for iOS. A game like the ones we liked, but respecting the platform we were developing at. And I don't need to tell you that it's really important to make a nice icon also for the Apple Store. But all this is the typical part. And I really want to explain the story of this shark guy, this shark rider, and I'm afraid I won't have time, so let's move on. Because of that and because of the quality of the game, people really liked it. We got really good reviews, and we got featured in lots of places, not just iOS games places, but also websites like Kotaku, who said that it blends Limbo with Portal 2. Wow, that was an honor. Those are really awesome games, and we were really pleased to see that. And we also got featured by Apple on the list the best games of 2012. We are not really popular. We don't know marketing, and we made our best. But this kind of stuff really helped us a lot. And they are directly result from the quality of the game, not from our marketing efforts, which were nasty. And talking about that, let's go to things that went wrong. We had here. We have two problems, more or less. One of them was that it took a massive amount of development time to finish this game. It was 1 year and 3 months, because the game is pretty big, as you may have seen on the trailer. There's a lot of content, lots of different areas, and that meant that we had to work a lot. Also, it was our first game with Unity engine, so we had to adapt to the engine first, but also because quality was a must. We thought that the game should look nice, should look polished, because all the great indie games around are really, really polished products. So if we wanted to compete with them, we should deliver something that really looked shiny. And we iterated. And this could be a good thing because the game looked better, but actually we made a really big mistake. We didn't know where was it gonna end. We developed, and the fact is that we started getting frustrated and sad at the last weeks of development because we didn't know if it was gonna be finished someday or if we had to shoot ourselves. So it's better to plan a little bit and know where to end a development, put some deadlines, some milestones, all that stuff. It's useful. And also the marketing work. I'll just say, don't underestimate the marketing work. It means sending lots of emails, answering when people comes at you, releasing press notes. It's a lot of stuff, a lot of hours. You have to be aware on your community pages, and there's a lot of stuff to do. So after making the game, we have to start selling the game, and we realize that it's the same amount of work, more or less. So if you don't have someone specialized doing only marketing work, you should look for a publisher, which is something that we didn't do, and we should. Or have someone for marketing, you know. So, the conclusions. What have we learned? I want to explain you what is the cocktail party effect. I don't know if you're familiarized with that term. The cocktail party effect is that effect that generates when you are in a restaurant, on a bar with a lot of people, and there's a lot of noise, and you're talking with someone and you are not able to understand anything at all because there's a lot of noise. That's what happened on the stores, on the Apple Store, but also on other stores for video games. There are lots of games there. All of them are talking and screaming, trying to draw your attention, and you cannot understand anything in between all that. So what is fun is that between all that noise on a party, if someone tells your name, you will realize faster because your brain is prepared to focus the attention on the things that matters to you. So how do you do that on a store? Well, you have to be personal. You have to be something that you have to make something that defines you, something that matches with you. So around the world, all the people that is more or less like you, if you design the game for yourself, they will love it because the people that is similar to you, they will think that the game was designed for themselves, and they will see it amongst all the other stuff. So I think that that's what worked best for our game. It's a game with a lot of personality. It's a game that shows who we are. And it's like this because we made it being logical and being consequent with the reasons why we started making video games. And now when I have just 1 minute, I'm going to tell you the story about the Shark Rider. And you'll see that it's some kind of a metaphor that really fits with this. It's really smart. This is the story of this cool guy that rides on sharks. And he's there on the beach emerging from a wave with of a shark with a fork on a hand and shades. And there's a kid on the beach sitting there that sees the shark rider and says, "Wow, shark rider, you're so awesome. I want to be like you. How can I be like you?" And the shark rider looked at the kid in the eyes and he said, "Ride a shark." That's it. And thank you very much. I have 20 seconds, so I think I nailed it. 10 seconds. One more thing. I'll be here on the Indie Showcase, so if you want to know anything else about Nihilumbra, Beautifine Games, myself, or whatever, or indie games, just come and talk to me. I'm here to talk. I love to talk. Actually, I could be talking all day. Goodbye.